And welcome to the Marks and My Show, guys, where cereal is acceptable any time of the day. Marcus, how you doing today, bud?
Doing pretty good, Michael. How about yourself? You all right, huh?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm fighting some tech issues, but
Oh,
it is
okay.
what it is. So we'll
Right,
we'll power through it. It is, like I said, it is what it is. So
right.
Marcus, it is Thursday, and Thursdays we're going to start doing some trivia,
Okay,
Cowboys trivia, NFL trivia. It's going to be football related trivia since it's
okay.
NFL season, but I still got some Cowboy trivia here for
All
you.
right.
So I'm going to ask you three questions. Just to a disclaimer: we haven't gone over these. This is
Nope.
all top of the
Yep.
Marcus's sports index in there.
That's
Do
the way
you
I like it.
do you remember that show? It was some big guy. It was basically like a sports trivia show. It was and like the average fan tried to beat this guy, like more
Yeah.
intelligent like he was. I like
Okay.
like the name
It
slipping my
was
mind.
was it ESPN, right?
Yeah, it was an ESPN
It was
show.
like Stump the Schwab or
Yeah, there
something.
you go.
Chris
Stump the
Berman.
Schwab. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Berman started that, I think, and then he had that guy on there. Yeah.
Yes. I think you could win that show 100%.
I used to do that, and there might be a few old baseball questions I missed, but that was, yeah, I would have been pretty good.
Well, let's try to stump the Schwab today with
Okay.
Marcus. Some three Dallas Cowboys questions here. So the first one I have for you: what cornerback led the league with 11 interceptions his rookie year? Was it Deion Sanders, Everson Walls, or Charlie Waters?
It was you didn't have to give me the ABC thing or the multiple choice. That was Everson Wallace, Cubby, 1981.
Yep.
His nickname's Cubby. Yeah,
Yes. So
I remember it like it was yesterday.
so many people would have said Deion Sanders, but Deion Sanders did not start with the Cowboys, correct?
Right,
He started
right.
with the Atlanta
Atlanta Falcons.
Falcons. Yep. So question number two that I have for you: who holds the team record for longest reception by a rookie? I can give you a multiple choice, or you can just kind of just.
Wow, that's a really good one. Longest reception by a rookie in Cowboys history.
hmm I'll
Wow,
give you.
see that. Go ahead. You can give me the multiple choice on that.
I'll give you three choice here: Michael Irvin, Ezekiel Elliott, or Des Bryant.
That's I think that's didn't Zeke take it to the house against Pittsburgh for the longest reception?
That is correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Ding. Another one for Marcus.
I,
Yeah, I don't know how long the reception was. I just got the answer.
I remember it though. It was a screen pass, and Dak just had to float it out there.
Right.
Yeah, Michael Irvin scored a couple of long ones. So did Des Bryant as their rookies. Yeah.
Okay. So a next rookie question here: who holds the NFL or the Dallas Cowboys rookie record for most tackles in a season?
Well, I mean, there's many to choose from. Leroy Jordan, Chuck Howley. I mean, um,
Three choices here.
God,
We have Jalen
Darren
Smith,
Woodson.
Sean Lee, or Van Der Esch.
No, I mean, I was gonna get to that. I think
Oh,
it's got
okay.
to be Vanderish,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's Van Der Esch.
yeah. I was gonna get it. Yeah.
Say he actually almost led the NFL in tackles last year. He would have if Sean Lee wouldn't have started those couple games.
Right, and then I think Darius Leonard did or something. Darius
Right.
Leonard led all rookies. The rookie for the Colts. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, that's that shows you the smarts that Marcus has here, guys. I have three questions that I pulled out of the air, all rookie related questions, and he got them all three right. So,
Man, yeah. Give me any questions on Cowboy history. We can keep going. That's fun.
so we were going to try to condense the show a little bit here, but this with rookie theme questions here, I have to ask you what rookie quarterback will have the best NFL season this year.
Wow, good one. I don't really think any of them are gonna have great seasons. But you said the best one. I think it'll. Well, I mean, who am I choosing from? There's Locke. Who's starting? I mean, Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is not starting. Eli will.
Yeah.
So I'd have to project Eli sucking, which is easy, and Daniel Jones will come in. But I think Kyler Murray, he struggled in the preseason, but he'll use his legs, his feet. He'll throw some people open this year. He'll surprise. He'll have a lot of interceptions and negative plays, just like he did in the Raider preseason game the other night. He's gonna have some big growing pains. I'm in favor of never starting a rookie. I like to redshirt all rookie NFL quarterbacks, and I think that track record has been proven to be just fine. But I would have to say Kyler Murray because he's going to be thrown into the fire, and He's going to have his ups and downs, but it'll be Kyler Murray, and they won't lead them to anywhere. The Arizona Cardinals will be 6-10, and Kyler Murray will throw for about 3,500 yards, run for about 800, and probably have about 25 touchdowns in his rookie year.
Yeah, kind of by like a process of elimination that Kyler
Yeah.
Murray just has to have the best season because I
Right.
think he's the only one that's really going to start. Um, Daniel
To put it,
Jones, go ahead.
yeah, put in a little disclaimer. If Justin Herbert comes out for the draft
Yeah,
and he's the pick, or he's like top three, he would have went before Daniel Jones.
right.
I mean, let me just say this: the Giants, I think, are already where everybody was saying a little bit nutty. Justin Herbert's in the draft, and they choose Daniel Jones over Justin Herbert at the 6th pick. They would be really out to lunch. Yeah, Justin Herbert would have the best rookie season if he was in this draft. He's better than all the quarterbacks in this draft.
If
But
that were to happen, we would have saw an influx of Dallas Cowboys fans from the New
yeah,
York area,
yeah,
100%. So,
yeah,
um, the good thing that Kyler Murray has happening for him is that he does have Larry Fitzgerald, and the Cardinals did just sign Michael Crabtree as well. So he has
yeah.
two veteran receivers out there that can kind of make
Right,
him not look so bad what it comes
right,
down to. Um, so we're both kind of on that Kyler Murray train.
right.
I do want to put a disclaimer in there though. Once Daniel Jones gets in there, I think he will do okay. With
Okay.
the like with the team they have around him is not great, but he can turn around and hand that ball off, and that's going to help him in the passing game a lot.
Yeah, Saquon Barkley will help anybody, but yeah, you're right. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm not a big believer in Daniel Jones yet. It's preseason stuff,
Right.
man.
You're right.
Yeah, you're going up against second teamers and all that, third teamers and all that, and it's so vanilla in preseason. I
We're learning a
mean,
4-3 base defense.
you
I
talk
would say.
about teams going 0-4. People love to talk. Have you ever talked to like people like out there? The Cowboys it's preseason. It doesn't matter. There's teams that haven't won a preseason game in 3 years
Right.
and are in the playoffs. There's teams that have gone 0-4 and won the Super Bowl. So preseason means, I mean, it's literally nothing almost.
Yeah, that basically just means you played your starters longer than
Right.
I did.
And
So
and in you and my lifetime, the preseason will get cut down to 2 games.
it will. Are you sure?
Yes. Pretty. I would say in the next 3 years. Yeah.
So are you saying they'll cut out those two preseason games and make an 18-game season?
Yes, I believe that's going to happen, and I believe that the Players Association, even though I believe they'll bite back and say we can't rest 2 days, 2 games, even though the NFL, that's what they're saying. Like, oh, okay, I don't want you. I still want you guys to only play 16 games. The NFL, I think the players will want to play all 18 or try to.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you are a competitive player. You can't
yeah,
circle a game like, oh, I'm going to sit out this Baltimore Ravens game
right.
because they're not they're not
And
worth a darn.
man, I hate to go off at another tangent like we did a couple of weeks ago about this, but can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay, I'm going to put it to you. You're a Chiefs fan,
Yeah,
and instead of going 12-4, and you would have won the division, you went 12-6 and missed the playoffs, or he went the fifth. You know what I mean? Like
right.
that would drive you crazy.
Yeah,
And Mahomes is sitting there drinking water, going, "I can't get in. I can't go in there." Yeah, that would drive you crazy.
I would be highly upset with
Yes.
that
Right.
situation. But let's just continue our theme with the
Okay.
show for the last 3 weeks here or so. Today we're going to break down the Baltimore Ravens, still
Okay.
in that same division with the the AFC North, I should say. We've broken
Right.
down the Steelers, we've broken down the Browns, now possibly the third best team in that division. So week number 1, they're at Miami. You have them losing to Miami. I had them
Yeah.
beating Miami in week 1. Giving us a week 2 matchup versus the Arizona Cardinals. Who do you got?
I'll take Baltimore Ravens in this one. I think Arizona's just going to struggle, man. I mean, listen, Kyler Murray's in for it here. This is a big deal, and I would expect these two running quarterbacks. They'll probably both have 100 yards rushing. Really, I mean, maybe
Right.
unless Baltimore, yanks it down. Now, this is going to be a good game. Two running quarterbacks, really, and we'll see if they can throw it. That's what the defenses are going to make them do. But I'll go ahead and take Lamar Jackson in this one in week 2.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is always good for that 1 or 2 games a year, doing good things, and it just
Right,
happens to come against the
right,
second worst team in the NFL in the Arizona Cardinals. This is an
right.
easy win in my book. Week 3, they're Arrowhead taking on the Chiefs. We have them both losing to the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Cleveland, I have them beating Cleveland. You have them beating Cleveland as well.
Yes.
The next week they're at Pittsburgh. We have them both losing to Pittsburgh,
Yep.
giving us a next game we pick here. Cincinnati Bengals. Who do you got?
Oh, I'll take Baltimore. I think Cincinnati's gonna is in for a bad year. Listen, anybody can beat anybody in the NFL. That's a fact.
That's
Anybody
right.
tells you anything different is nuts. But you're talking about the Detroit, and Miami, and Cincinnati. I think those will be the the 4-12 teams. I don't see that Cincinnati winning here. Baltimore will beat them.
Yeah, I don't see Baltimore being very good this year. Last year they kind of snuck into the
Yeah.
playoffs. They rode on that Lamar Jackson hype train. And looking at their schedule, they play Arizona, they play
Yeah.
Cincinnati twice, uh, play the Jets and the Buffalo Bills. I mean, those are all pretty easy games. Their schedule is pretty favorable for them to make another playoff run.
Right.
With all that being said, I do have them beating Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a strong team, but without AJ Green, they are 100% trash. There's nobody they can rely on whatsoever
Yeah.
uh, for them. So the next week they travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Who do you got?
No, Seattle should win this game. They're at home. I see. I don't see, and I've told you this till I'm blue in the face. I don't see Russell Wilson competing for Super Bowls anymore. He might sneak his team to in the playoffs some occasionally at 9-7, but I just don't see it anymore. He doesn't have the Legion of Boom. That defense is gone. All the defensive coordinators off that defensive few years ago are all gone. Everybody's gone pretty much, except for like KJ Wright and the boys and some people like that. But no, I do see Seattle. Um, beating Baltimore in this game.
Yeah, I have Seattle winning this game as well because of the defense that the Seattle Seahawks have. They do
Yeah.
have a 30 million or $40 million linebacker. That's a pretty damn good linebacker in
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
And
Bobby Wagner. I failed to mention him.
yeah,
KJ Wright, Bobby Wagner are still
right.
there.
And
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson hasn't proven that he can throw the ball yet. So they're going to keep those guys in the box hitting the quarterback in the mouth over and over and over. He's going to get tired of it. He's going to be forced to throw the ball, throwing interceptions.
Yeah.
So
And
Seattle
I'll be
has to
honest with
win
yeah.
this year because past this year they're not going to be worth a darn.
And I'll be honest with you. I mean, the only reason I'm picking Seattle to win this game is because Seattle's at home. These
Yeah,
are probably two evenly average teams.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the next week, what is this? Week number 8, they got a bye week. It looks like week number
Yeah.
9. You have them beating New England
Yes.
at home. I have them losing to New England. Giving
They
us a go ahead.
yeah. They have 2 weeks to prepare for New England in this one. It's coming off the bye week and it's a night game in Baltimore. I'll give the edge to Baltimore.
I don't have faith in Lamar Jackson. He's gonna butthole's gonna
Yeah.
pucker and he's gonna suck because he's trash. Give us a week 10 matchup traveling to Cincinnati. Who do you got?
I'll take Cincinnati in this one. This will be one of their wins. They're one of their 4 or 5 wins this year. They'll be Baltimore at home.
Yeah, and I got Baltimore winning this game because like I just don't have faith in Cincinnati really doing anything this year whatsoever with the loss of AJ Green, which sucks because the Cincinnati is kind of the staple of mediocrity. Though they're always
Right.
7-9, 8-8, and it never fails. Um,
Right.
week 11, you have them beating Houston, and I have them beating Houston as well. This is a home game for the Ravens. Give us
Right.
a week 12 matchup at LA Rams. Who do you got?
I'll take the Rams in this one. This is another night game, Monday Night Football, and this is your game that's a couple of days before Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
Monday Night Football. The Rams. I think the Rams got them on this one. This one could be a massacre.
Yeah, I have the Rams as well. I like the Rams at home and underneath the spotlight. They seem to step up their game. Jared Goff and the boys just seem to play a
Yeah.
lot better when the lights are like on them.
Right.
Give us a Week 13 matchup versus the San Francisco 49ers at home.
I'll take Baltimore in this one. They'll bounce back after that Monday night shellacking, and they'll beat San Francisco.
Yeah, I had them beating the San Francisco as well. I'm not buying into the San Francisco hype that everybody's saying they're going to go 10-6, 11-5. I just don't see that big a turnaround happening this year. Maybe the next year when Jimmy G gets another year under
Yeah.
his belt, but this year I just don't see them being much of a better than 8 and 8
Right.
team. Give us a Week 14 matchup at Buffalo Bills. You have them losing to the Bills. I
Yes.
have them beating the Bills. Week 15 at home, take on the Jets. That's both win for us. Week 16 is Cleveland. You have them losing to Cleveland. I have them losing to Cleveland as well. Giving us Week 7 matchup of the Steelers at home. We have them both losing to the Steelers as well.
Okay.
And that puts me giving them a 9-7 record on the
Ooh.
season. And you
Wow.
are, yeah, and you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9.
Yeah. I thought you'd be the 7-9 guy since you don't like Lamar Jackson that much.
Yeah, I really don't know why the record is that good. It's basically it's basically because of the teams that they're playing.
Yeah. Right.
I can't pick them. Like even this Miami game that I have them losing week
Yeah.
one. The only reason why I have them losing that game is because Miami is at Miami and the heat might affect the Ravens a little bit. But that could easily be a loss. Or
Right.
yeah. So that could or sorry that could easily be a win. You know. So
Right.
they have a very favorable schedule to go 500. Miami,
I,
Arizona,
I
Cincinnati
agree. I agree.
twice.
You know, I agree. We talk about these things all the time. I mean, this is an 8-8 league, and pretty much we picked 8-8.
Yeah.
I mean, they could easily go 7-9. They could easily go 9-7. They could easily. This is all about how well Lamar Jackson. The defense is okay. I don't think it's great. I think it's solid. Coach Harbaugh, I think, is a good coach.
Yes.
But Lamar Jackson, he got exposed in the playoff last year. Okay, and playoffs in any level has a way of exposing you,
You're right.
especially in the NBA and in the NFL. It'll expose your ass if you're not good at something. They take it away. Bill Belichick, most great defensive coordinators and defenses will take what will take your strength away. Will take what you don't do well, and they will make you eat it. They'll make you eat the football. LaMarcus Joyner talked about that with the Raiders playing Kyler Murray last week in Monday Night Football. It said this junk offense, it's not going to work. We're big boy football. We're going to make you eat the dirt, and that's what they did to Kyler Murray. It's kind of scary. Even though I don't want to read too much into the preseason, but for like a Kyler Murray in Arizona, they're this preseason is a little more important for them.
Yeah.
New system, new coach, and so the Raiders made them eat dirt, man. And so Lamar Jackson last year's playoffs, the San Diego Chargers made them eat dirt. I mean, so they exposed Lamar Jackson, and teams are going to take a pay. It's also a copycat league,
Yeah.
and teams are going to look at what San Diego did, and they're going to implement that in every game. And like right off the bat at Miami's probably not going to be a good team this year. They're not. I can guarantee you they're going to stop Lamar Jackson. You watch. I mean, Lamar Jackson better use his feet. He has completely been inaccurate this preseason.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself. Don't believe too much in the preseason, and you don't record-wise and stuff like that. But just watching the beginnings of it a little bit, he was missing on some throws that your high school players would have made. And that is scary. That is a scary proposition. And so he's got to use his feet. They got to get him in a bunch of RPOs and bootleg situations and all kind of stuff. And this is a big-time year for Lamar Jackson. We're going to find out, and it's a little early, okay? I don't like to totally jump on somebody's second year in the league, but we're going to find out a lot about Lamar Jackson this year and whether the Ravens made a mistake taking him with a first-round pick. Now, the good thing it was like the 32nd overall pick.
Right.
It was the last pick in the first round, but still was a first-round pick. So he's not getting paid big-time dollars. He's not eating up any part of the cap. So the good news for the Ravens is they're going to find out a lot this year if this guy can actually throw and be accurate, and then they can move on from him easily. There's other players, there's veterans they can sign. So Robert Griffin III back there chomping at the bit, ready to get in.
Right.
So and he can throw the football better than Lamar Jackson right now. Let's just be honest. But
Yep.
Lamar Jackson's almost like a running back there. So he's a better athlete than Robert Griffin right now at this point in their careers. But a lot's riding on Lamar Jackson's shoulders, and we'll know a lot week one. If Miami copied San Diego's playbook on how to stop him and have him run around and can't make accurate throws, we'll know a lot week one. Well, that's one of the worst games. That's why I love the NFL, man. That's one of the worst games on the schedule, right?
Yep.
Baltimore at Miami. Only moms and dads are watching that one, and gamblers and fantasy football. I don't even know why you'd have anybody in fantasy at any of those teams. Unless you have Lamar Jackson for fun, you got to start him and you're going to get rushing yards. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not taking anybody off of Miami and Baltimore. I can tell you that right now. I'll give you a little secret into our fantasy. When I won't take a Miami Dolphin probably or a Baltimore Raven. I don't. I'm looking. I'm like, huh, nah, probably not. So, I mean, hey, you might want to take Mark Ingram as a running back because he's going to get a lot of touches.
Right.
Maybe a third running back or something. But anybody takes a receiver out Baltimore, they're going to lose.
Yeah. Let
So,
me add to your point about the Baltimore Ravens selecting Lamar Jackson in the first round. You
right,
saying that there was really no big risk of taking
right,
him, that kind of thing. The biggest risk that the Ravens took was getting rid of Joe Flacco. They had a quarterback that won them a Super Bowl, that was a leader of that team.
yeah,
Year in and year out, they were a competitive team.
yeah,
Now you don't have Joe Flacco to fall back on it like anymore. You don't have Joe Flacco to teach Lamar Jackson how to be a pro, how to prepare in the offseason.
yeah,
Even like I don't think RG3 really knows how to be a pro because he was the man
right,
in Washington and then he got hurt and you saw what happened. You did he could not rehab himself or take it slow. He just wanted to
right,
jump back in the fire real quick. You need
right.
these veteran quarterbacks to teach these young quarterbacks how to prepare, how to train, how to
Right.
come back from
I
an
agree.
injury. So, with the Ravens getting rid of Joe Flacco, this puts risk on Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Who's their their general manager?
Yeah, Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah,
Was his last
yeah,
draft, but
right.
but I think Ozzie might have moved on. But yeah, so I think this was one of Ozzie's last drafts with the Lamar Jackson thing.
Right.
So it's just they're either going to reap the benefits from Ozzie Newsome's draft or they're not. Yeah.
Which I don't think they are because Lamar
Okay.
Jackson, he will have 3 or 4 games good this year. He'll throw for 3 or 4 touchdowns in a game, run
Right.
for 60 yards, have 300 yards passing, and the world's going to be right. All these Louisville Cardinals fans here in Louisville, Kentucky, are going to be like, "Oh, Lamar Jackson's the greatest player, yada yada." He's trash. He
Right.
can give you 3 games. I need 16 games out of him.
Right.
Okay,
And
like
and, and your point, I totally get your point. Joe Flacco. I'm not a big believer in Joe Flacco to be honest. So I don't think that. But that being said, you lose him, and now there's not even a veteran there to
yeah.
steady the ship. I completely agree with that
Well,
aspect
you
of it.
can say RG3 is a veteran because he's been in the league for what, six
Right.
years now or so. But when's the last time he played a full season, like as a starter?
No, I think he's shot too. I
Yeah,
mean, they're in trouble. Yeah,
he's
I
a
mean
head
they're
case. He
yeah
reminds me of
yeah.
um, who was a Texas quarterback that
Vince
was
Young.
that shit. Yeah, like he's a head case.
Okay.
Like if
Yeah.
he's not starting, if he's not the man, like his head is gone. Like
Yeah.
basically.
Head case or baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Little baby. Yeah.
either way, uh, I was kind of surprised of your 7 and 9. Like I kind of figured you had them going a little bit better. Really shocked
Nah.
by my 9 and 7, but
Yeah.
uh, it is what it is. Any closing thoughts before we head out?
No, just I mean, like I said, that's why the NFL, man, I love the NFL. Like I cannot wait for this. This is like the Ravens at the Dolphins is one of the worst games on the schedule, and I'm still intrigued by it.
Yeah,
So that's what NFL football does to you. You know what I mean? You watch that red zone till your eyes bleed, and football all day, baby.
and fun fact: my PlayStation View just updated our subscription for free. I get
Uh
the
huh.
NFL's Red Zone for free now.
Oh
Excited.
yeah, well,
Hallelujah.
yeah, I pay for it on my package here. But yeah, man, that's awesome. You get it for free. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
shout out to PlayStation View, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's going to be it for today's show, guys. We do have one spot left in our fantasy football league, Marcus. If you
yeah.
guys go to ESPN.com, search for the Marcus and Mike Show, pull up our fantasy league.
And
Our
the
draft is Sunday, so
August 25th, right? And like
yep,
not what in the morning,
yep, Sunday at 10:30 Eastern time, I believe it is.
9:30 Central. Cool.
Yep,
Okay,
9:30
got you.
Central. All
All
right.
right.
So that's going to be it for today, guys. Join us tomorrow as we're going to break down San Francisco 49ers. We out.